We are rapidly approaching March 3rd. That's UFC 222. That is headlined, of course, by Frankie Edgar against Max Holloway. How about this? Max Holloway fights in Detroit. He fights in early December. He says, let's go. I'm ready to go. No games, no negotiations, no talk of super fights. Let's just fight the next man. Who's got the next cupcake? I'm hungry. Let's eat the next cupcake. So he's fighting Frankie Edgar in Las Vegas, the 9th Island. How exciting is that? He's joining us on the phone right now. Max, are you there?
I'm here, man. I'm a fucking great intro, dog. That's one of the greatest ones ever.
Well, thank you. There was a time before you were champion, Max. You'd come on via Skype from the room with the Paw Patrol. Now you're big time. Now we can only get you via the phone. What happened, Max? Have you gone big time on us?
No. I actually was going to apologize. I said, sorry, I couldn't get my clear Hawaii Skype face on, and you didn't see me face to face. But we got training. We're in camp, man. We're ready to do at the gym. I'm not in my Paw Patrol room, my son's room. So, yeah, we got the phone, but I'm here, Ariel, so I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me again.
No, it's a pleasure as always. So, it was so refreshing, Max, and this is what I said after the Detroit fight. Like, there's no games with you. We know exactly what you want. Next man up, next cupcake, as you say. You just come right back. At this point, I feel like you're taking pride in being that soldier for the UFC. Yeah, you're getting paid. Yeah, you're making a living. But for you to come right back and fight Frankie Edgar, I just think is so valiant. Why did you not want to wait, negotiate this, that, take some time? Why did you want to get right back in there 3 months later?
Like a great Sandlot movie, they once said, heroes get remembered, but legends never die, man. And I want to be a legend in this sport. I want to live on for forever, and this is the kind of things you got to do. We did the negotiation part. I'm sure negotiations will come later on down the line, but, right now we have unfinished business with the answer, and like I told you guys, I got a lot of questions for the man. I got a lot of damn questions, so I'm excited to see them, The sooner the better. And we put March, and the closer the better. Like I said, the last time they've been trying to ice my ass, man, sending my ass to Canada, to Detroit, Brazil when it was the winter time, it was freezing to me. And now I'm back in the 9th Island, The 9th Island, a bunch of Hawaiians. I heard a bunch of Hawaiians coming up for this fight. So I'm excited. If it's not UFC Hawaii, if it's not here at home, the closest thing is Las Vegas, and I'm excited to get the damn thing done.
I mentioned that. I know you tweeted as well about the 9th Island. Do you know why it's called that? Like, why is there this connection between Las Vegas and Hawaii? Do you know why?
Yeah, I know exactly why. The connection between us is, I don't know if people know this, but Hawaii is a pretty expensive place to live, so a lot of Hawaiians leave to go to Las Vegas, so that's why it's called the 9th Island. If you go up there, you see a bunch of Hawaiians. Come on stage, you can see a bunch of Hawaiians in the arena, man. You can see the Hawaiian flag flying high in T-Mobile Center, and I'm happy that I'm the one headlining the card. And what better man to do it against a guy who took gold? He took gold from Hawaii 2 times. He actually beat Hawaii 3 times, though. So it's time to bring gold back home. So I'm excited.
After the Detroit fight, were there any serious talks? Because there seems to be some movement there. Our man, our brother Rob DeMello is doing some great reporting out in Hawaii. There seems to be some movement about Hawaii. Were there any talks at all about doing this fight in Hawaii?
The Hawaiian Ariel, Rob DeMello, baby.
That's my guy.
That guy always keeps me in the loop, man. And there was talks, there was talks that maybe we could have had the fight with Edgar, which made the most sense for here in Hawaii, But like I said, the next best thing was Las Vegas, and we're here in Vegas, And I should hope to UFC Hawaii. This guy get my job done, come March 3rd, and we see who's the next guy up after that. But right now I'm focusing on Edgar, and the Hawaii event. His name was thrown in it, and they had an idea, but I heard the HTA, the Hawaii Tourism Authority, had talking with UFC last week, and it went super well. So, I'm staying positive. I'm staying great. I gotta make sure I do my work on March 3rd and have fun, go out there, retain my title, bring gold back home, and I think so. They're gonna bring me home sooner or later.
Max, honestly, now we saw you in Boston. You were at that press conference. How weird was that from your perspective, sitting there listening to these questions about the lightweight division? It's a complete mess. Your division is crystal clear. We know what's going on, but there was a time where it was a bit messy, much like this lightweight division. What were you thinking as all these questions were being asked about the title?
I was just thinking, man, we up here. We got four active fighters, and you guys talking about a guy who's in retirement right now. You know, leave the man alone. Let him enjoy his retirement and whatever. And if you want to be the champ, act like the champ. You know, and there's a guy out there, you know, with the claim of he's not the interim champ, he's a champ. Talk like it. You know, speak like it. That's what I did. When everybody keeps giving me, you know, a hard time about the belt and this and that, it's like, man, I'm a champ. I act like a champ. My action speaks louder than words. And who's the one fighting? You know, you can take it from the other man's mouth. You know, who's fighting? Who's staying active? That's the champion. You know, that's the champ who's fighting. So, you know, that when they kept talking about a retired guy, you know, you guys could talk about whatever you guys wanted to do. You know, I was there to see them fight, and I think I did a pretty good job at it.
So your advice to Tony Ferguson would be just start acting like you're the real champ. Enough with this interim stuff.
Yeah, you know, you got a belt. You know, be a champion. Act like a champ. Talk like a champ. Stop bringing up the other guys and stop talking about them. You know, it's soon enough, no one's gonna even care. People's catching on. People catching a hint. You know, and you know, when he comes back and he actually fighting, then you know that maybe raises the question. But right now, the man's retired, happy life, talking about this and that, blah blah. I don't have to talk about the guy. I got, you know, fair play to the man. I got no hate towards the man. It is what it is, you know. If you want to fight the best, you come fight best, baby. So when they're ready to do all that talking, we're right here. We're staying active. But right now, I'll focus on guys who's active in their career, who wants to fight, and not talking about it.
Do you think that the UFC should strip him, though, like they did in the featherweight division?
You know, I don't know. You know, like, it's a mess, but, you know, the way I look at it, you know, if you're the champion, if I was Tony, I would just be like, I'm the champ. You know, that's you know, walk around. When I didn't have the belt, I was acting like the champ. That's why I'm here, you know. So I don't know what the UFC can do. They're businessmen. That's what they do. And whatever they do, you know, it's how you control it. It's how you handle yourself in the media and stuff. So if you want to be the champ, act like a champ, talk like a champ, just like a champ. And guess what? You're going to be the champ.
It's like Buju Banton. You know Buju Banton?
I have no idea what that is.
Buju Banton. He had this great rap song, Walk Like a Champion, Act Like a Champion. You know the song? Check it out afterwards.
I heard that song, yeah. I never know who sang that song, but now I know the artist, yeah.
Buju Banton.
Yeah, exactly.
Buju Banton. There you go. Yeah. You did post on Instagram just a couple of days ago, Max, a picture of you next to those two belts, and you said it's coming. What did you mean by that? Or it was actually yesterday, I think it was. What did you mean by that?
It's coming, man. It's coming. It's coming. You guys, everybody keeps telling me stuff I can't do, this and that, you know, with the whole UFC. Every time after the damn fight, my last 2 fights, my last 4 fights actually, I get emailed by UFC about my weight, about they have nutritionists at the PI. Right? Look, UFC, stop sending these damn emails. I got the best nutritionist in the game. His name is Tyler Mitton.
Yeah.
And we make the damn weight. I don't cry about weight. When I go out there, I perform. So stop crying about my weight. But medically, if they change a couple of things around, I'm probably not going to be able to be able at 45. So, you know, just giving it a little hint, you know, I give it a little talk. You know, if it happens, it happens. Medically, if UFC come up with new rules, I most definitely might have to step up, you know, but right now they didn't. I'm a 45er, but you know, everybody talks. Everybody talk about being champs, being active champs, whatever, this and that. I'm a champion in my mindset, you know. Like I told you before, I'm Samoan, I'm Hawaiian. I have nothing but time on my side. Man, you might see me with two of these gold belts. You know, who knows? You know, I'm coming for the greatest, and I'm trying to be a legend.
Let me ask you again, Max, because it got a bit distorted. You were getting very excited when I asked you about it. What are you talking about medically that things may change? What are you referring to?
You know, with the UFC, you know what USADA and
yeah.
USADA in and the weight cuts, and you gotta be the certain weight when you check in, and blah blah blah. All those medical stuff. That's what I mean. You know, if they start passing more medical stuff, I probably won't. You know, every time I come in to check and weight, they're kind of in disbelief. But I'm like, I never missed weight in my life. You know, so I don't know why they give me a hard time. But you know, medically, if they pass certain rules, then I probably won't medically be able to pass it because of their rules that they set. So, you know, 55 might come sooner or later. So we'll see what happens.
Do you think it's inevitable at some point you will move up?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I just turned 20. I'm 26, you know, and I love cupcakes. I love food. I get scoldings from my coaches, Ryan Lazar, Dan Yap, Iron Flores. I get scoldings from my nutritionist. Like he tells Parliament that I talk to him on a daily, you know, so here and there. I talk to him at least twice a week. And after fights, people are like, I see people write to him and be like, hey, relax, Max. Max is on off-season camp. And he's like, no, Max is off-season camp as soon as he weighs in. You know, I'm a big boy for featherweight, so it's gonna happen. 55 is gonna happen sooner or later. We don't know when. We're just waiting, but when the time comes, it comes.
Wow, that's interesting. Let me ask you about this, Max. A couple of weeks ago, there was this crazy story. I think it was on a Saturday where everyone in Hawaii got this alert that there was this ballistic missile coming, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was a couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
Did you wake up? Like, could you tell us what happened? What happened? Did you actually wake up to this news?
Yeah. My mom was over, and my son, and then my mom woke me up. It was like 8:00, I think. She's like, "Oh my God, look at this!" And then all the iPhones, my iPhone was ringing. Like I thought it was a flash flood alert or something, but it was like a ballistic missile coming, and it's kind of crazy, you know, when you read that. But you know, at the same time, you got 10, 12 minutes, you know, like, and then it's gonna hit. That's what they usually say. You got 10 to 12 minutes, so it's kind of crazy, man. I don't know. It was an insane time, you know. The guy whoever pressed that button, that is the most hated guy in Hawaii right now. I'll tell you that much. But you know, it was insane, man. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. You know, that's a life check. But like at the end of the day, you know, it's like, what do? You got 10 to 12 minutes. You know, people panicking and rushing and driving on the road and going crazy. It's like, you know, 10 to 12 minutes, and enjoy those last 10, 12 minutes with your loved ones. And it happened. It happened. It's life, man.
Were you freaking out?
You know, I wouldn't say I was freaking out. You know, I was with my son, so I think so. I think that helped out a lot. Like I wasn't trying to freak out too much in front of him. I was with my mom. You know, the first guy I called was a guy who wasn't even on it. It was Brian Butler, was my manager. You know, so I don't know what the hell I was thinking. It was just like, man, it is what it is, man. It's like you got 10 to 12 minutes, man. You're not gonna hide from a missile in 10 to 12 minutes. It's gonna unless you have a bunker underground, you're ready for this doomsday stuff. You're set. But other than that, you know, I ain't got nothing underground. I didn't build no secret passageway or anything, you know. But it was crazy for sure.
Your social media game is incredible. Like when that came out, you got the shot of you with the knee saying that you got Hawaii's back. The Jeopardy one with Frankie Edgar. But I've talked to you about your partnership with Moskova. You have a T-shirt now with the iPhone alert saying, "This is incredible. This is one of the best T-shirts I've ever seen." It says, "Ballistic Max Holloway threat inbound to Las Vegas. Seek immediate shelter. This is not a drill." And it says the date is Saturday, March 3rd, and I noticed it says 808, which of course is the Hawaiian area. This is brilliant stuff. This is an amazing shirt. Who thought of this?
That's my man Tony from Moskova, man. Tony, he's the one that made all my shirts, and I didn't even know he was making that shirt. And he's like, "Oh, you ready to drop your new shirt for this fight?" I was like, "Yeah." Hit me with that. I couldn't stop. Then, man. I was dying rolling, laughing, man. That was like you said, that was an awesome shirt, man, and I'm great. I think the sale was doing great too, and a lot of people who saw it was like you. They reacted like you. Like, this is an awesome shirt. So it was great for sure, man. I got some of the best guys, and you know, you talk about the Instagram game. You know, some fans. You know, the internet nowadays, man. You gotta watch what you say before you become a meme, and that's what's happening. You know, like the fans just got my back with these Instagram stuff. They tag me all in these posts, so. It's been great, man. It's been great. It's been fun poking at him, and you know, I see Frankie poking back, so it's great, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to face the guy. The guy's, you know, considered one of the best, and this is my third champion I get to fight, you know, in a row, so I get to go out there and prove I'm the best again.
You squared off with him. You looked at him. What did you see from him? What did you take away from that square off in Boston the night before 220? Did you take anything away?
No, I didn't take no. When we squared that far out, it's like it's just I don't take nothing away from the guy. The square off that you take away the most from is from weigh-in night when you did a fight weigh-in. You look in that guy's eyes and you just never know. It's gonna happen. It was the first time we squared off, so I don't really take nothing away from these early square offs. It is what it is, and I can't wait to look at him after we weigh in, and the next day is go day, and that's when you find out if it's sink or swim.
It's a nice story, but do you really feel like you're sort of fighting to avenge the BJ Penn losses? Because I've always kind of felt like, you and BJ, like, you're not best friends, right? You never trained together. Like, does that really mean something to you to try to beat the guy who beat BJ 3 times?
Yeah, for sure. I think so. It means a lot to Hawaii. Hawaii, like I said, I always tell you guys, Hawaii is all about culture. We've got great culture, great history here, and and the last couple of fights with the last two with Aldo, actually, it made me go to a roof here in Hawaii, and there's so much pride here. Like, everywhere I go, and people see me fighting Frankie now, all they can say is like, "Let's get one back, Hawaiian, get it for us, do this for the Hawaiians." So it's great, and I feel it, but there's no pressure at all. No pressure at all, man. I just gotta go out there, do what I do best. That's fighting, and have the time of my life, and taste this new flavor, and then on to the next one.
What do you think? Brian Ortega is the guy standing by? Or is that what you're feeling right now?
I don't know, man. I don't know who's next, but whoever it is can get it, At the end of the day, you hear these guys talking about waiting around, and I'm gonna wait my way into a title shot, Unless your name is, GSP or the Notorious One or whatever, I don't think you should be waiting. You should jump at your shot, every shot you got, and the man's waiting. I never waited nothing to my life. It took me 10 fights to get a freaking intro title fight, and 11 for the real damn thing. So, if you think you're the best, you should be out there fighting and proving to everybody why you're the best, not sitting around.
Yep. I definitely agree with that, especially when you're kind of younger in the sport. Last thing for you, Max, what are you envisioning right now? How's this fight going to play out on March 3rd? What are you thinking? What are you feeling? Is there a vision that keeps coming up as you think about the fight?
Yeah, the vision is his blessed era is in full effect, and you guys are going to see something special. The last 3 guys I fought was champions, and it was Pettis and Aldo, 2 times Aldo and Pettis, and they all was champions, and they all had kind of something in common. They really didn't get finished before, So, I'm here facing a new challenge. Everybody keep telling me that Frankie Edgar never got finished before, so I'm gonna go out there, do my job, and make history. I want to be the first guy to finish Frankie, just like how it was with Pettis, and just like with Aldo, I had to prove that it wasn't a fluke. And this is how you cement your legacy against guys like this. And I'm gonna go out there, fight my fight, and once he opened the door, like I said, with everybody else, I'm gonna hold his hand, walk him through the door, and say thank you. On to the next.
Thank you for doing this, Max. I really appreciate it. And I'm glad to know you're not too big time for us, even though we're going backwards. We're going from Skype to phone. Then maybe you'll big time us and not show up like maybe some others. But it's just good to hear your voice still, Max. I appreciate it. I can't wait to be there.
You better. How about after I get things done, we figure things out. March 3rd, the following week. What is that? The 10th? No, not the 10th. What is it? A couple of days. Yeah, 5th. Yeah, you better get my ass back on the show. Then I'll be on Skype. I have the loud blue and orange room. I'll be in Paw Patrol just for you. I might buy a Paw Patrol shirt just for you to use it on your stream.
I love Paw Patrol. And by the way, before I let you go, Max, and that's a deal. That's a date, 100%. Did you see your boy Lomachenko wrestling? Did you see this clip that's online?
Yeah, I started wrestling. I knew he was a wrestler before. People keep talking about how he was a wrestler before. I said, he actually talks about wrestling being why he's so good in his angles and why he understands angles. But I just saw him wrestling, but that's pretty cool. A lot of even stuff. What's his name? Terrence Crawford is the wrestler.
Yeah.
I found out. If any of them want to try and dabble in MMA, I know, guys. Don't let me know.
Thank you, Max. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. We'll see you March 3rd. Best of luck in training, and of course, best of luck in the fight.